Welcome to week 5 of the Big 3 live here on Facebook. Is our first game of the night. One of the best teams in the league, Tri-State, 3-1, taking on the Ghost Ballers. Let's take a look at the updated standings. We have just one unbeaten team. It's the three-headed Monsters. You'll see them later on tonight. But Tri-State in second place, second best team in the league. Ghost Ballers at the bottom. Hello, everyone. Brian Custer alongside my partner, the All-American Jim Jackson. And Jim, one of the best teams in the league, and Tri-State taking on the Ghost Ballers. And if you're the Ghost Ballers, you cannot afford another loss, because if you lose another one, your playoff chances are basically done.
Yeah, it's only 8 games to get to the playoffs. You're 0-4 right now if you're the Ghost Ballers. You've been in a lot of close games, lost by 5 to Power. Haven't been able to get over the top. Is this the game right now that they can get in Miami that can propel maybe a run to get themselves in a position to compete for a playoff? Because if not, it's going to be over for them. And Tri-State, like Nate Robinson said, they should be 4-0. And in his mind, can they recover, just come back in, play the kind of game they want? Nate has to be on the court.
Well, let's take a look at the rosters of both of these squads here. And Tri-State, led by Dr. J, the Hall of Famer. Jermaine O'Neal, you heard him say he's out with a shoulder injury. He's hoping to come back next week. But Amar'e Stoudemire, Nate Robinson, David Hawkins, who has just been phenomenal for them. Bonzi Wells played for the first time last week, and Robert Height. And the Ghost Ballers, well, Mike Bibby's out, but led by Ricky Davis, Carlos Boozer, Marcus Banks, and Mario West. And Ivan Johnson has joined the squad. They've put Lee Nalon back into the draft pool. The Hall of Famer, Dr. J. And let me tell you something, his swag is on 100. Look at that jacket, Jim Jackson.
Cleaner than the Board of Health.
My goodness. And the Iceman, George Gervin, he leads this Ghost Baller squad 0-4, looking for their first victory in the Big 3 this season. That's Robert Height, Carlos Boozer. This one should be interesting. Tri-State, they said they want to keep pace with the three-headed Monsters. Ghost Ballers, they need a win. Otherwise, the playoff hopes for them go right out the window.
Well, here's the issue, too, is like when you're 0-4, you've been close so many times, but you haven't been able to get over the hump. What's the formula? What's going to be the difference in this game tonight that allows him not only to stay within shouting distance of Tri-State, but actually pull something out when it's close? Because his team has been down there down the stretch of the games, but haven't been able to figure out how to close it out and secure that first W.
And here's Ricky Davis, a former Miami Heat. Threw it away. David Hawkins lays it in for the first 2 of the game.
Well, you kind of see the game plan early on with Ricky and Carlos Boozer. Side pick and roll. That time Ricky just tried to sneak a pass in, and it didn't work, but that pick and roll did work successfully. Just when able to finish that time with Boozer.
And here's Tri-State. The corner. Hawk. Hit that back rim. Amar'e Stoudemire, another former Miami Heat. In the lane, serving up Carlos Boozer.
And I like this lineup here with Height and Hawkins, quickness, power. Then you balance it out with Amar'e Stoudemire, who can catch and shoot and also finish inside like we saw on the post right there.
Banks between the legs to Carlos Boozer. Nothing but net. 4-2 to your score. First team to 25. We go to the half. Here's Robert Height. Turn around. Air ball. Boozer. He can lay it back up in. Double pump. Misses.
Damn. Bull. Come on, Bull. Lead the finesse alone, man.
Here's Height.
Go bind. Go bind. Go bind.
Banks. Oh, sir. Rejected by Amar'e Stoudemire. And there's Ricky Davis. Knocks in the jumper.
Well, you know, it was good defense. It was 2 plays Amar'e made. On the air ball, Carlos Boozer would seem to have a layup, but he hustled in to take it away. Then the block shot, unfortunately, it bounced over to Ricky Davis, able to get a wide open jump shot with good defense by Amar'e.
Marcus Banks misses the 3. And there's David Hawkins. There's the first foul.
You know, last week in Detroit, we saw a different Amar'e Stoudemire. We saw that bounce back in his leg. And you can see right here with the jump shot. And then he got beat off the dribble just a little bit, but Marcus Banks chose to go to the other side of the rim, which allowed Amar'e to recover and get a block shot.
Hawkins again spins, versus and lays it in. Hawk is averaging 18 points a game. Had 15 last week. Here's a reach in. One thing that the league has done differently this week, they've added a third referee to the game to make sure that they keep an eye on that backside.
Well, before, when you had two guys on the side or one at the baseline, you were blocked out of view. See Ricky Davis right here with a jump shot on a lot of fouls or a lot of violations. So now having three, you're able to cover all angles of the court and not maybe miss as many calls, or you think it's a foul because you're out of position, but now you have the sight lines just to determine whether it is or not.
And you saw it work right there. Stoudemire drove. He said, hey, watch the push, and the ref was right on it.
Well, and what I love about what Jeff Quantinance and also Ice Cube are looking at are continual ways, you see Hawk right here with the jump shot, to improve the league, not just on the court in regards to the players, from an officiating perspective to make the game a little bit more manageable, but also clear up some of the physical contact that a lot of the officials couldn't see.
Boozer knocks down the jumper. We're going to talk to the commissioner, Clyde Drexler, about some of those changes. Here's Hawk in the lane. Good fake. Lays it in. David Hawkins.
Well, Hawk has the advantage once he gets that big body inside on Marcus Banks. He can just take his time and kind of pick and choose when he wants to go and exploit that matchup.
Here's Ricky Davis. Boozer, rebound, follow, no. Boozer, the leading rebounder in the league. Hawk fakes the 4-point shot. Dishes it to Amar'e Stoudemire.
Okay, you guys, there's a third referee. There's been a lot of talk. Guys have been complaining. It's very physical. That's what this basketball brand is called. It's physical, hard-nosed basketball. I'm a dirty player. So when I played, I like to get away with anything and everything I possibly could get away with. Jack, adding the third referee, what can you not get away with anymore?
Well, a lot of times, like I talked about earlier, that bottom official, a lot of times, depending on the angle on which side the ball was on, got blocked out. So it was a lot of activities or fouls, no calls or calls that didn't seem like they were fouls, they were blocked out. So now the sight lines are a lot cleaner. You see sight lines right there with Marcus Banks getting to the basket. The two officials on the side can see the things on the perimeter, and now the baseline official has the ability to move on the baseline to be able to get better angles to call the right call.
I got it. Here's Robert Height. Stoudemire. He pulls it, knocks it down. Amar'e Stoudemire. Nate Robinson will be getting ready to check into the game, as well as Mario West for the Ghost Ball.
I got your help. Switch. Go by. Go by. That's how you go blind, man. That's how you go blind.
Well, you heard the head coach, George Gervin, telling Marcus Banks, go right by him.
How easy it is.
And that's what he's saying. You know, the play before earlier, Amar'e was able to get the block. At that time, Marcus Banks able to get that left shoulder right by him, Amar'e, and then even on the recovery was able to stretch out enough to avoid the block shot but pick up the foul.
Here's Marcus Banks.
Rebound that.
Played this season with the Miami Heat. Knocks down the free throw. 2-point lead for Tri-State is Nate Robinson. Checks into the game. He got ejected last week. Says he will do no complaining this week as he pulls up. Knocks out his first shot.
You want to make an impact right away, get the ball to Nate. Nate just comes in and looks for a shot, but it was off the pick and roll. Didn't give up his dribble. Was able to get to a sweet spot right there at the free throw line.
That shot is short. Here's Nate again for three. Boozer claims another board.
Take your time now.
Ricky Davis.
There you go.
He draws the penalty in the foul on David Hawkins.
Good sub in. Sub. Give me a sub.
Mario West will check in
Come on, get a
for
minute.
the Ghost Ballers.
There
Ricky Davis will go to the line.
That's how you use that quickly.
Shooting 1 for 2. You know, interesting thing about Ricky Davis is one of the captains here of Ghost Ballers. But every city we go to, his legacy foundation serves the homeless in the city that we're in. He's done it every week. Charles Oakley's one of the guys who cooks the food.
Well, you know, a lot of times we hear a lot of the negative reports in regards to sports and athletes, what goes on.
Yep.
And we never get the full. I'm not going to say never, but these kind of stories are not highlighted enough. Kickball, but they're not highlighted enough. And not that Ricky and Oak are looking for that credit, but credit should be given to these men who choose to help out the community. It's a beautiful thing that they're doing. Unbelievable.
Almost beautiful at that crossover by David Hawkins. He lays it in. Tri-State now up 4. He's got 8 points. Hawks does. Ricky Davis, every city the Big 3 goes to, he serves the homeless with his foundation as he knocks down a 3, and he's starting to cook himself.
Yeah, he's serving up some buckets right now. But Ricky knows how important it is right now. They need to get this done.
Oh, how about the 4 by the Hawk? David Hawkins continues his run for MVP. Nate Robinson, he was looking to throw a dime.
Ricky Davis that time playing Hawk for the drive, allowing him to come to him. But David Hawkins said, you know what? You're going to leave me this open. I'm going to take this 4-pointer and make you pay. But this is real critical for Ghost Ballers. This is where they kind of lose things going into halftime a lot of times, where momentum slips away from them. You're down 5 points. Another turnover.
And Hawk, another 4. He's got 12. He's the game-high scorer. They call that foul on Mario West.
Look at it, Rap. Look at it.
I love Iceman. You can't forearm block. Here's Nate Robinson. Ball knocked out of his hand.
You gotta go straight down. Is that towel?
14-second shot clock.
Hold on, ref. Hold on.
Clock's on 8.
Come on, Bonds. You gotta play out, man. Bonds. Come on, play out.
Here's Robinson. Spins, pulls.
Rick, how you feel, Rick?
Bonzi Wells will check in as Amar'e Stoudemire will get a rest with Dr. J's squad.
No, not yet, man. Not yet. I'd rather get Marcus. I'd rather get Mario.
Here's Mario. Powers his way. Missed it.
See, and those are the plays you got an opportunity right now to close the gap. You just missed that layup, and then you commit a foul. So now, Tri-State, David Hawkins is able to get to the free throw line. It's those little plays right there that we talk about and why it's been such a challenge for the Ghost Ballers to kind of get into that win column.
Can I get a sub?
Miss those opportunities. It may not seem like a big thing, but later in the game, those points that you don't get end up coming back to affect you.
Go by. Hey, Rick, I'm going to give you a minute.
David Hawkins go to the line, shooting a 1-on-1. 1 for 2.
No, they got one more.
David Hawkins now has 14 points. He is 5 of 8 from the field. We are 3 points away from the half. Nate Robinson and Hawk pulls it. Too strong.
Go by.
Marcus Banks.
Good help by Bonzi right there.
Ricky Davis. Air ball. Bonzi well lays it in.
good D right there.
Tri-State
All
now
right,
just a
everybody
point away
move.
from the half.
Go get Mark. I mean, Rick for a minute.
Move the feet, put the body in front.
They go inside to Ivan Johnson. Johnson working on Bonzi Wells, lost it. And Tri-State, and David Hawkins lays it in. David Hawkins has 16, and Tri-State will go to the half with an 11-point lead.
Heads up plays, baby. Heads up plays.
David Hawkins and Tri-State continue to roll. They go into the half up 11.